Morning, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me, and happy May. Happy May to you. May the 4th be with you on Tuesday. Right, now, I have got a rather special May card kit, and there is a choice of 2 today because we're going to be making the complete card, and you will get all the things for the card, but you have a choice of which paper pad that you would like. So if you are thinking of treating yourself to the May card kit, you'll need to pop over to the website on either the Facebook Live section or the monthly card kit, and then you will be able to see the 2 different choices of the paper. One's called Lovely Days, which is the one I'm going to be using today, and the other one is called Endless Love. So you'll be able to see the difference in them. Okay, so here is the card that we're going to be making. It looks a bit boring, really, doesn't it? Don't like that much, do you? But this is how you would post it. So you would be able to post it completely flat into a 5x5 envelope or 6x6, that size. But when we open it, we have got a super duper card for you. See? Just like a butterfly emerging. It's just all beautiful. So you will be getting a card blank, which is this beautiful scalloped edge. Don't know what it's called. Trifold pop out. Oodah, what's it? And you will be getting the paper pad. So the one that I've got here to show you today is the one that's called Lovely Days. So I'll just bring this in to show you. So you get 36 sheets, depending on which one you choose. 36 sheets, and there are 12 designs, so 3 of each. So you've got loads of choice to be able to make some of those. Nice lot of design in there. And you also get your Butterfly Delights, which is the new Sue Wilson butterflies, which are really different. How can you have a different butterfly? But they're lovely because they have a separate body and separate antennae, which make this butterfly over here, if I show you, into this very pretty design there. Okay. So in your kit, you will receive a couple of sheets of black card so that you can achieve the look that I've got here. And then it will be your choice as to whichever you decide to use for your design. And if I just open that up again, you'll see that that is for your sentiments. Or not your sentiments, your writing that you want to write to it. And also you might spy a little tiny magnet there, and another one there. So the 2 will then make your card so that it sits up without any trouble at all. But then it folds together just like that and goes back into, as I said, a 5x5 card blank, or a 6x6 card blank, which you will receive as well. So you will have that there. So let me show you how to do it. This will be the video where you'll be able to watch how to do it, but you will get written instructions with measurements and things. But it's a really simple one to do, but really quite effective. So although we might not be doing any more Fancy Fold Fridays, I told you we'd still be doing fancy folds, and here we are. So there you go. So thank you very much for joining me, everybody. Let's just say a quick hello to Rio, Kaz, June, Jill, Sandra, Julie, Eunice, Fiona, Teresa. And I know there's lots of people that watch regularly, but their names don't come up on the chat. You don't have to chat, but it's lovely to see all of you, and especially if you are a regular viewer. Hi, Jane. Thank you for your message, Jane. I did quickly see that just now, and you're a star. Thank you. So let us get on with our card. So for the card blank, you will receive, hold on a second, just bringing this all over to you. Hold on. Oh, goodness me, I'm getting in a pickle. Wait a minute. You get that bit there. And hold on, I've lost my bit. Where's my bit gone? Oh, here it is. Oh, God. Let me take that one out of the way because I've got my bit. Right, there's my one bit. There is a second bit, and there is a third bit. So this is how your card goes together. So it is all out from A4 pieces, but they're all from a die, which has very kindly been cut out for me, or for you. So you'll all be ready to go. All pre-scored. All you just have to do is stick these two little panels here. So I would suggest that we stick those with some of the power tape. You could use ordinary glue, entirely up to you, but I think power tape is probably the way to go. And so I'm going to lay my card out like that, and I'm just going to pop a piece of my power tape on there like that, so that, whoops, so that that's in front, and then one like this. So that just gives me a nice strong connection. You could put glue, but ordinary glue, but that would be entirely up to you. Now, let me just grab my pokey tool, which, oh, well, here we go. Here we go. And it was all going so well, wasn't it? There it is. I can't grab hold of it. Let's just pick out these bits here. Now, you can probably see from here that how this is going to go. So you can see you've got the score line, and that is just going to go marry up along that straight line onto there like that. So you've got a score line, and it simply fits so that all your scalloped edges go together there, and also on here. Okay, I'll just take this one off as well. Whoops. And the same on this side as well. So just marry that up and press that down. So voila, we already have, just fold those over again. We already have our card already straight away there virtually. So I just need to fold and burnish these little flaps here, and they are to be folded away from you so that it will fold over like that. So these go backwards sort of thing. But that's all of the embellishments that we need to do there. So now let's actually decorate this little beauty. So in your card pack, now I have got a small version here, but you're having the big version. This is a 6x6, but you're getting an 8x8. And as you can see, you've got a choice of 12 different designs. So you could make these all look completely different. But I have chosen these papers, and I like these paper pads because they do all go together. Now, they might look an eclectic look there, but I think that they work really, really well. And I think that black card as the background also works very well. So that's why I've gone with black for either of the options. So as I said, there are two options. This one is called Lovely Days, and the other one is called Endless Love. So you can look on the website to see which one you fancy getting your little hands on. So I'm going to cut out, or have already cut out, 5 10.5 by 10.5 pieces of black card, 5 pieces altogether. And they are going to go there and there. And obviously I've got to trim them to go onto these pieces. And then if you recall my main card, on the outside we need a piece as well. So that's just going to go to one side. So let's take these 2 pieces first, and we just need to trim these in half. So I'm going to get my trimmer over, and I need to cut these diagonally. So they're 10.5 by 10.5. And I'm going to make sure I've got this trimmer, my guillotine, my Crafts 2 guillotine. So I know that my cutting edge again is on this edge here, okay, right on that edge. So when I go to cut, I'm going to place my 2 points opposite each other, but along, if you see what I mean, this cutting line. So then I know that I'm cutting that absolutely in half. So I'm looking through and I can see that my point is on the top there. And I just need to wiggle it a bit, making sure that both points are along that cutting edge. So that's it. And then just hold that down and cut that. And I've got two exactly cut right. And I need to do that with one more because we've got two of the scalloped triangles at the top. So we just trim that one down to, let me just check that we've got that down to there. So two of those already done. Okay, so then we need to decide which pattern we're going to use where, and we will get this one out of the way. Now I'm going to use that one for my butterflies, so I'm going to cut my butterflies out of that one. And that one is going to go on the front of my card this time. So I'm going to choose that. So I am going to choose, for cutting out my other triangles, I'm going to choose a square from that one and a square from that one. And again, because I've picked from the paper pad, you've got that perfect match without you even having to think about it, that if you used any of these together, they would all work. So in order to do that, we are then going to cut a square that is, I will just check, 10 by 10. Hold on. I will just check that I've got that right. I'm sure I have. So let me just measure it. I'm sure it's 10 by 10. It is. Look at that. Look at that for memory. So from these two pieces, I'm going to cut a square that is 10 by 10. Now you'll have loads more left over because you have got a bigger paper pad. So 10 by 10. The only thing that you would need to be a bit mindful of is whether you have got a funny shape. What am I doing? Funny shape. Pattern. If you're using a pattern, not in this one, but if you were using a pattern that you needed to keep, if you cut it and it looked a bit odd, if you've cut it at an angle, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I need to cut this one as well. One 10 by 10 out of here. And this is going on my front cover, so I might as well cut it now. 10 by 10. So loads of cutting. And I don't need to cut this piece because this is for my butterflies. And so I need to then take these two pieces and I need to then cut the diagonal for these. So again, points to points on that cutting line and then just pop that into place like that. That's that one. So lots of cutting and then lots of fun putting it all together. And then some beautiful butterflies to show you as well. So, oh, I thought I cut it wrong then. Oh, all is well. So let's get all these pieces stuck together. So we have our triangles and they need to go in there. So it's just going to give you that very small border. So the idea of this one is not to give you such a wide border that when it's black it overpowers, but we do want to, I want to make sure I get right to the edges for my triangle. We do just want a little bit of border. It just makes it pop rather than get it lost amongst it. So let's just, whoops, put all my pieces together. So hopefully the May card kit will last longer than it did last time. I've got more of them this time. I didn't have enough, I'm afraid, because I was restricted with the, I've forgotten what we had now. What did we have? Oh, it was the banners and things. Yeah, and I was so restricted with the banners and the bows of how many I could get. So there you go. So I hope everybody is well and looking forward. Well, I don't know about everywhere in the country, but we've got a storm coming our way. So tomorrow, I think it probably is most of the country. Well, that's typical for a bank holiday, isn't that? You never know, we might be lucky and not get it. You never know. But the garden could do with the rain, could it not? I used to get fed up when my mum used to say that, but now I can understand it. Now I can get where she was at. So that was for the top corners. This is for the front. Could be for either, obviously. This is for the front. This one is for inside. And then finally, we've got the other one here, which I've already pre-cut, and that has got a white piece on. And this is going to be where you might want to write your message, but it will actually be hidden. So it's like a secret message. Okay, so all the pieces ready to go. So let's bring in our card blank and position it. So I'm going to have those two there. So we'll stick those down. And it should be able to get it in a position so that it's a nice even border all the way around with that. I didn't want to make them too big, these pieces, because I didn't want them to interfere with the folding of the card. If you get it too close to the edge, you will find that that will interfere with how you close the card. Whereas if they're nicely done like that, they've got plenty of room. So these two panels go up here. Pop them in there. And then this panel here. And then down the bottom, this one here is going to go with my message. And that's going to go in the center there. And then this one here is going to have the hello on it. Like so. Okay, oops. So we've got all our panels there. And then when we fold that up and then fold that so that that's my outside piece, this is where my little message, my front piece will go. It's just so that when somebody was to open the card, it does actually look as if as if we've said hello, but it's a really lovely surprise when they open it all up. And then I've simply cut myself a sentiment, but I will leave that to you. You can choose whatever sentiment, or pop a flower or some more of the butterflies on or something. So you've got a lot of choice on there. So you won't get this sentiment included, but I'm just putting on there just to show you what it could look like. So I will pop that onto the front. So that is the front of my card as you would receive it, but then you would open it up like this. Okay, so we've got a little bit of finishing off to do. So you will also receive a couple of these mini magnets. So you'll get them on a piece of card that will be taped to the card, and they just need to be, I just think that the card needs to have something to hold it together. I have used other things in the past, but because it's quite a big card, as you can see, when you finish it, it looks quite a big card. You do need something that's a little bit going to stay. So I'm going to stick it on with some hot glue gun. I do recommend that that's probably the best way to do it. And I'm just going to check because I want them hidden. So I'm going to pop one about here on that little bit. So just a little bit of glue gun there. And stick one magnet to there. Then I shall join the magnet. I'll give that a second or two just to grab. I shall join the magnet. So join them up together like that. And then I'll put a bit of glue onto the magnet itself. And then when I put them together and stick that down, I know that that's going to be in the right place. I need to give that chance to actually stick together. And then I'm just going to carefully prise it apart for now, but you can tell then that that's in the right place, and then that when that goes together, that will stay there nicely. Okay, so couple more bits we haven't quite finished. We have the fun bits. We have the beautiful butterflies. So the butterflies come in 5 different sizes. They come with an outer cutting piece, apart from that one doesn't. They come with an outer cutting piece and then an inside piece. And I have already stuck them together so that they are in the right position. And I'm just going to cut 3 of them, but you could cut more. So they are taped so that they are all ready to go. And I'm going to pop that through my machine. And cut those out for you. Like so. And then I'm also going to take these bodies and antennae, which I'm going to do that one, and I'm going to cut them out from black. And obviously you could make these butterflies look so different with whatever you wanted to use just by doing that, really, just different coloured bodies. I think the black looked nice. So you've got all of the bodies cut out in one piece. And there are actually 2 dies for that. Sorry, need to reach over and grab a bit of tape. So I'm just going to tape those so that I don't squash them really when they go through, so they don't move about or get lost. Oh, hold on. I didn't do that properly. There you go. Okay. Are we talking about the glue gun? Yeah, the glue gun is a Bosch glue pen. So not a glue gun, it's a glue pen. And I personally, I've got quite a few. Well, it's quite a few. I've got 2 others that I have used in the past. One which is a one on a lead, and one which is a rechargeable one. This one's a rechargeable one as well, so that it's not plugged in. You see all my bodies. I've got lots of bodies on the floor now. But I find that hot glue pen is, for me, because of the work that I want to do with it, really, I suppose this is the thing, isn't it? It's the work that I actually want to achieve with it is why I would use that one, because I like to be able to use it as a fine point, and for me that seems to work well. So that's why I use that one. But it is a rechargeable one, and it's a Bosch glue pen. There you are. Now you know. And I got it from Amazon. I'm sure I did. I get everything from Amazon, so I'm sure I did. So by cutting these butterflies out from one of the papers instead of another piece of card, I think it again just all goes in, because the pinks, albeit that they're hardly on there, the pinks that are on there are the same pink that is in any other part of the card, etc., etc. So I think it works really well. So just pop these out, cut beautifully. We like all that. And there's our little bodies, and goodness knows what. Let's just scoot these to one side. There we go. So I'm going to have that one in the middle, but these 2 at the side. So I'm going to pop with my glue glaze. I'm going to pop the bodies together. So I'm going to put them on there, a bit of glue on the back of the head. So just like that, bit of glue glaze, I should say. And I'm just going to pop the head onto there. Not the head, the antennae onto there. Whoops. And then took that off then. And then that little devil onto there. Stay when you're told. Thank you. So I don't need those little bodies, dead bodies. Now, when you come to put your bodies onto your bodies onto your wings, don't put the glue on the bodies, because if you look where they're going to go, you can see that there's not so much space here. Hold on, let's bring the camera a bit closer. You'll hopefully be able to see that then. That there's not so much space, there's only a short space. And if you put glue on all of that, it'd be on the other side. So I'm just going to put glue on the body bit there. But my body will go in there in the center, and the same with this one. Just glue in the center there, and body in the center, and finally this one's actually got a bit more of a glue bit, but just to be on the safe side. Okay, so there's my beautiful butterflies. I think they look really pretty with that being able to do like a different coloured body as such. So I'm going to just bend the wings very slightly, and I'm just going to put glue onto the back of here, just onto that body bit, because I want the wings to be able to get up. Hold on, let me just bring the camera up again slightly. I'm just going to pop that onto one side there. And then this little one, I'm going to again put the glue just into the center of the body, because I don't want to stick the wings down. And that's going to go on that side like that. And then I'm just going to make my little sort of easel card. So I've got another piece of card which is 10 by 5 and another piece which is 5 by 5. And then I'm just going to take, let me see, what piece shall we use? I think we use some of that. So we're going to cut, I'm going to just cut a circle, it's a square. Just going to cut a square piece out of here, which will be 4.5 by 4.5. So 4.5 by 4.5. Just pop that together. So it's just a little added interest, and it's something to hold my butterfly. So I'm going to take this piece, which was the 10 by 5, and I'm simply going to fold that in half first and score that like that. And then I'm going to, with this piece, I'm going to fold that in half to that score line. It's not very easy to see, being that it's black. So you've got a little tiny easel card. You couldn't have got much tinier than that, could you? A little tiny easel card. Oh, need 2. What am I thinking? I need 2 pieces that are 4.5 by 4.5. This little bit here really is a sort of, I fancy finishing it off like that. It doesn't have to be done. Your card really is finished almost, but I just like to have just a little bit of extra. So 2 of those. So to pop this together, I will open my card up. And I'm going to put one piece. Oops. Oh, goodness. Thank you. See, I'm talking. I've got so used to talking to myself, I've now started talking to the glue bottle and thanking it for working. How sad. So that was on the inside of the little tiny easel. This is on this little separate piece, like that. And then I'm going to put glue just on this flap. So this is the flap of the little easel. And I'm just going to put glue onto that bit, just that front bit there. Then I'm going to open it up or flatten it down, and then I should pop that absolutely on top of it. But because I only put glue on that little tiny bit here, that's the only bit that will stick, so that when I then lift it up, this then becomes the tiniest easel that known to man. Well, not the tiniest one, but a tiny one. And then my beautiful big boy butterfly will put some glue down the centre, including his body bit there. And he will go at pride of place in the centre of that card there, like that. And then glue on the back of the easel and just pop that more or less in the centre of my card there. So, like that. So there you go. There is the May card kit. As I said, you'll have this to follow, so you will be able to look at this on YouTube at any time. But with the card kit, as always, you will get all of the elements that I've shown you today, apart from the sentiment that I've used. Let's fold it all together. I don't like to move it very much when it's all wet, but the only bit that you won't get will be the sentiment, because you can choose what you would like to do with that. So you get your card blank, you will get a couple of sheets of black card as our background. You'll get a sheet of white card so that you can do your sentiment on. You will get either the Lovely Days paper pad, which is the 8x8, which is that one there, or you'll get the Endless Love one, which you can see on the website. You'll also get your lovely set of Butterfly Delights, and you will have a couple of tiny, they will be in a lovely little white envelope on a board, some of the tiny little magnets, okay, so that you can achieve what I have achieved today, with all written instructions and pictures so that you can see with the measurements in. So that will be available to order today, but it will be dispatched from Friday, this coming Friday, which is the 7th of May. So all kits will be dispatched from the 7th of May, okay, all ready for you to go, and hopefully with a bit of luck, I'll be with you the very next day. You never know. If I get a chance to do them beforehand, if the orders come through, but because of the bank holiday, it's always a day after. Normally they would go out on Thursday, but unfortunately we've got the bank holiday and therefore it's a little bit late. So thank you very much for joining me today. I will be back on Wednesday with a Wednesday Wonder, whatever that might be. No, I know what it will be, and you're going to love it as well. So hopefully you will. So I look forward to getting you to join me then. What was I going to say? Don't know. It's gone out the top of my head now. Don't forget, I'm not here on a Friday though, but I'll be seeing you on Wednesday. And as I said, even though we've stopped having Fancy Fold, here's another lovely Fancy Fold card for you. Okay, we'll be here at 11 o'clock. So now all of the sessions will be 11 o'clock. I always did a Friday at 10 o'clock, but all sessions will be at 11 o'clock unless there's anything major differently. So Sundays and Wednesdays at 11. Okay then, so take care. Take care to everybody. I know we've got some poorly people that are with us, a couple of Brendas that are not well at all, and all sorts of people. Terry, so say hi to Terry and all sorts. So look after yourself. I do hope you have a nice weekend, especially as bank holiday. I hope the weather's not as bad as they say. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.